Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about APA's 7th edition of the referencing style, which is the most popular referencing style being used in the research publication. This lecture slides is based on the knowledge gained from the APA's 7th edition publication, and we will discuss what are the changes that we have to keep in mind while referencing in text citation as well as in the bibliography while writing a research paper. So APA publication manual, we were earlier using 6th edition and now we are going to use 7th edition. This has been implemented since October 2019. So what are the changes? The most notable changes are being discussed here, and we will say you can stick to this so that your publication can be faster. So this will be the better guideline for citing online media, updated guideline for inclusive and bias-free language which is being adopted. A student-specific paper format has been designed. Minor changes in how to cite sources has been provided in this document. The references and in-text citation that are major changes we will discuss here. It comes to citing sources, more guidelines have been added that make citing online sources easier and cleaner. In total, around 100 examples are provided, ranging from books and periodicals to audiovisual and social media. For each reference category, on each template is provided to help you understand and apply the citation guideline which has been updated. So publisher location is no longer needed. Earlier we were using the publication location then publisher name, but now we only have to mention the publisher name. In-text citations are now shortened. We don't have to write all 3-4 author name. Only we have to write first author's last name, it all, period, comma, and the year of the publication. In case of two author, we can use and, comma, to year of the publication. Up to 20 authors can be included in the reference list, and if it is even more than that, then we use 3 dots and then last author name and then year. Surnames are initials up to 20 authors. Earlier it was only 7 and should be provided in the reference list. If a source is authored by more than 20 authors, only the first 19 authors and the last authors are included. In between 19th and the last author, we can place comma, full stops, 3 dots to indicate that there is some names which are omitted or which can be found in the publication. DOI format is URL because only with URL you can be able to access the document. So we have to write the full document address like https://doi.org/ the DOI number. This will be more being used commonly now in most of the referencing styles. Most journal article and book have a DOI, digital object identifier, assigned to them. The unique link is stable, it doesn't change over time, and make retrieving a source easier for the readers. DOI formatted as URL, the label DOI is no longer needed while writing the DOI. Citing web pages. Earlier we were using retrieved from. Now we don't have to mention retrieved from. We have to simply write the URL of the article from where we are received. URL are no longer preceded by retrieved from unless a retrieval date is needed. For example, Wikipedia article where content frequently changes. The website name is included unless it is the same as the author. Web page titles are italicized. Citing ebook. Earlier we were writing the from where we got or what is the version, but we don't have to write the version now. For ebooks, the format of the platform or device is no longer needed. The publisher is included in the reference. The DOI is formatted according to the new 7th edition guideline, that is the full URL of the DOI. Contributors other than authors, like in the case of film, the director name will be added as a author. TV series, in the case of TV series, executive producers are treated as authors. In podcast episodes, host of the podcast is treated as author. In webinar, the instructor of the webinar is counted as author. Online streaming video, persons or group who uploaded the video will be counted as author. In the case of photograph, the photographer will be counted as author. The clear guidelines are provided for citing contributions other than authors and editors. The contributions appear in the author position. The role of the contribution is added in parentheses after their surname. Like if we are writing about the director, then we have to write in the Sharma, comma PN in bracket director. So it will be, you have to mention who is the author, whether he is director, executive producer, or host of the episode. We have to mention it in parentheses. Inclusive and bias-free language has to be used. This has been updated. Writing inclusivity without bias is the new standard being adopted by different research journals, and APA New Publication Manual contains a separate chapter on this topic. The guideline provided by APA help authors reduce bias around topics such as gender, age, disability, racial, ethnic identity, and sexual orientation, as well as being sensitive to labels and describing individuals at the appropriate level of specific.
Alert from restarting your computer.
Using singularly them. Earlier we were using he or she, but now we are using as they. A researcher career depend on how they are cited. The singular they or their is endorsed as a gender neutral pronoun. Avoid using he or she to refer people of unspecified gender. Be sensitive to labels. Like we don't have to write the poor, we can write it people living in poverty. We cannot write transsexuals. We can write it as transgender people. Instead of using adjective as a noun to label group of people, descriptive phrases are generally preferred in research writing. Respect in the language that people use to describe themselves, and to be aware that language changes over time. So we have to adopt it in our research writing as well. Appropriate level of specificity. Don't like over 60s, like write only like people aged 65 to 75. Don't write common nouns like Asian participant. Be specific like Vietnamese, Cambodian, and Thai participant. When possible, give specific characteristics rather than broad category. The appropriate choice depends on the context where we are using it. Paper format student-specific guideline is also available, which will help in proper research writing. In the 7th edition, APA decides to provide separate format guideline for professional and student papers. For both types, a sample paper is included. Some notable changes for student paper follows. More fonts to choose from. Now authors can write from Times New Roman 12 font, Arial 11 font, Georgian 11 font, Calibri 11 font, Lucida Sans Unicode 10 font. In the 6th edition, only the use of the Times New Roman was recommended, but in the 7th edition, there are more flexibility regarding the font. The most important thing is that the font should be easy to read for everyone. No more running head is needed in the research papers. In a student paper, a running head stating the paper title at the top of every page is no longer required in new APA format. Updated heading styling is now provided. Heading levels can be up to 3, 4, 5, enhancing readability. All headings are now bold and title case. Like first heading will be center bold in title case. Second heading will be left aligned bold title case. Third heading will be left aligned bold italic title case. Fourth heading will be intended bold title case period, and fifth will be intended bold italic title case period. So recommended sources that you can refer for further reading on the research writing, you can visit our YouTube channel at YouTube slash track to training for more videos related to research writing. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our video and please share this video to your friends and other scholars.